What's up, Dana?
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Good and you?
All good? Didn't
Hello.
really,
Sorry.
didn't really like prepare as good as you, but we're
That's
here.
okay. That's all good. Let's just wait a few more seconds to get everyone in the room. I think we got a couple of people already. Welcome, everyone. If you want to pop on the chat where you logging in from, and your name, if you want to share your LinkedIn as well. And we'll get going with our presentation. I see two of our speakers. So we got Phil and we got Alejandra already with us, which is missing Maia, and then we'll get on the way.
I think Maia is already here, so...
It's already here, perfect. I'll share my screen then. Give me 1 second. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Violeta, if you want to take it away, please.
Yeah, thank you. Well, hello everyone, good afternoon, and welcome to the lab number 4, Digital Innovation for Sustainable Consumption, Empowering Youth for a Greener Future. This lab is part of our main event of Hecho por Nosotros and co-host with Stanford. Today, we will be talking about how digital innovation can be used as a tool for sustainable consumption in benefits of our ecosystems, communities, and workers. So let's begin. First, let me introduce our team at Youth for Youth, which is an Hecho por Nosotros program led by Youth for Youth. We are 10 passionate leaders that are currently working in the creation of materials to raise awareness and empowering youth, especially focusing on consumption practices. Through Hecho por Nosotros, we have a platform to address problematic situations that affect and impact young people and adolescents, positioning them at the center of a necessary systematic change. In that regard, I'm pleased to introduce the panel for this lab, who will be joining us in the discussion. As a speaker from Hecho por Nosotros and part of youth team, we have Maia, a Buenos Aires-born freelance creative director, fashion stylist, and producer with a degree in fashion design, currently pursuing her studies in business sustainability and social responsibility. As the moderator and part of the youth and communication team, we have Dana López, an Argentine fashion model, environmental educator, and consultant with a degree in environmental management and sustainability. We also have two wonderful guests to whom we highly appreciate their time to be here and grateful that will share their experience with us today. In first place, we have Phillip Teles van Housiel from The Trash, a startup dedicated to eliminating waste pollution and transforming the recycling industry through the creation of CRECY token and CRECY certification for businesses, where each CRECY represents 1 kilogram of properly managed waste, founding sustainability, recycling, and composting activities worldwide. And on the other hand, Alejandra Nava from Technovation Girls, a global non-profit organization that empowers girls and youth women to become teacher leaders and entrepreneurs by creating and programming mobile applications that address real problems with the support of volunteers, mentors, and parents. Thank you very much for joining us. And I will like, I will also like to present Andrea Guevara, an active member of Hecho por Nosotros, part of the coordination team in the organization, and one of the leaders of Youth for Youth program. She holds a degree in political science in Lima, Peru, with experience in working with NGOs and topics related to international relations that will be joining us in a while. And also a big thanks to the entire youth team to present here, support us in the development of this mini forum, and to each one of you for accepting the invitation today. With this, we commence the lab and discussions of youth.
Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry, Dana, first of all.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry for being so late.
Andrea, you got there.
Yeah, I got it. I'm so sorry to everyone. Thank you, Violeta, for having my back. I have a little problems here in Turin, and I don't know if you can hear me very well, because I have a problem.
All good.
Okay, perfect. Well, as Violeta says, thank you so much, everyone, to be here today, and of course to Phillip and Alejandra, our guest speakers. It's an honor to have you, all of you, here today. So, well, let's begin. To begin, sustainability has become a crucial topic due to growing concern to the environment and finite resources. Sustainability conceptions involve making choices that minimize environmental impact. In this context, digital technologies play a fundamental role in this transformation by providing access to information and resources that support environmental friendly initiatives. Information and communication technologies have revolutionized how we access and share information, ushering us into a new era from the 21st century onward, known as the information and knowledge society. This shift enables us to tackle new challenges and discover and innovation solutions, leveraging technology to develop information and transmit innovative solutions, leveraging technology. Therefore, innovative should be viewed as a process of adapting and restructuring dynamics to address these emerging challenges. In that context,
Okay, I think we lost Andrea. She was having a couple of connecting issues, but that's okay. I will take over. Can you hear me all good? Perfect. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the current project we're undertaking, as Andrea was saying, is plans to conduct webinars, not only to gather statistical information, but also to create dynamics among young people, to inform them and about the consequences of poor consumption practices, culminating in a final report aimed to educate everyone. So thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Violeta, for presenting all of this. Now we're going to get this conversation on the way. So thank you so much for our guest speakers. As we said, we got Phil, we got Alejandra, and we got Maia. And the way this is going to work is I got a couple of questions to ask you all, and you will have a couple of minutes each to answer each question. If anyone in the audience has any questions or any comments, please pop them on the chat. We'll try to answer them as we go, or at the end of all the questions. If we got time, we'll try to answer them all as well. So to get on the way, I would like we'll get an order going. So we will ask first Maia, then Phil will answer, and then we go Alejandra that they can answer the question. So the first question that I got for you is, how do you think digital technologies and digital innovations apply in your respective projects are impacting your communities and the environment? So Maia, please.
Hi, thank you, Dana. Hi to everyone. So digital technologies play a crucial role in transforming how we address environmental challenges within our communities. So through platforms like social media, online campaigns, and educational webinars, we are able to raise awareness and mobilize people towards sustainable actions. These technologies facilitate real-time information sharing and collective action, empowering communities to make informed decisions that positively impact our environment. So at the youth program, the use of technology will not only allow us to connect quickly and easily with young people who are the most tech savvy in this era, but also to educate and share information massively through social media networks. These will facilitate broad and effective access to knowledge and educational resources, thus promoting continuous and updated learning among the new generations.
Thank you so much for that. Phil, please take it away.
Thank you, Dana, for the question. Taking the spirit of the one of the previous talks, taking the logo outside of the picture a little bit, I think overall innovation and technology helps within a lot of the issues that we talked, or the keynote speakers talked before, into connecting actors that otherwise wouldn't collaborate together because they are far apart, all the way to seeing material as regenerative rather than a resource to be used. In our case specifically, we use it in terms of bringing more awareness, building up awareness of everyone about their own waste footprint, where our waste goes and where do we choose to take it because it's ours in the end, and how do we actually recognize the economic importance of sustainable waste treatment and of getting our waste to the correct place in a way that is easily participating by all stakeholders, including youth, right? So it's a way of doing where you don't have to have like a super complex software to do that to gain because you're choosing to take a waste to the right place. You don't have to know a specific language, and you can do it from your mobile phone, basically. So, and you don't have to live like in Germany or elsewhere outside, at least here from Northeast Brazil is where I'm speaking, where there's a lack of infrastructure for that. So yeah, I think digital equals easier access also in our project, and that's very, very important for the impact we've been doing on communities around the world.
Great. Yeah, that's a great point. I think having the possibility to connect with so many people from different places, I think is the great thing that technology is giving us nowadays. Thanks for your answer. Alejandra, please.
Thank you so much, Dana, and thank you to Violeta for this invitation. In Menteralia, our mission is to inspire and train girls for become technology leaders, and we do through this program that is Technovation Girls, that is actually a contest. We collaborate with another nonprofit organization that is Technovation, where the girls create mobile applications or artificial intelligence models to solve a problem that they identify in their communities. And we work with girls from 8 years to 18 years because we want that they have this approachment to technology, thinking that technology as a tool to create change. And they learn digital skills, but also they learn how to have this critical thinking and how to work in team, how to have a good communication, for they can communicate their ideas and they can develop this project successfully. So this is how we motivate them to participate in this program. They have this approachment too with IT companies, and they have this experience to know how is the field. and how that technology can how they can be part of this innovation field and create solutions for the society.
That's great. Thank you so much. So connecting education and technology, I love that. Thanks for your answer. Okay, moving on to our next question. So what challenges do you foresee in the future regarding environmental, sustainable, and digital innovation issues? So Maia, please.
Sorry, which I think
what challenges do you, sorry, I moved on because I think we're running a little bit behind, and I'm afraid they're going to cut us off. So I just took away two questions. If we got time, we'll get back to them.
I see, no problem. So looking ahead, I foresee several challenges at the intersection of environmental sustainability and digital innovation. First, one of the challenges will be mitigating the environmental impact of fashion consumption. The fashion industry is notorious for its significant carbon footprint, water consumption, and waste generation. And as digital technologies continue to evolve, there is an opportunity to innovate and demand transparency in the supply chain and in sustainable production practices. Secondly, promoting sustainable consumption habits among consumers, especially younger generations, presents a challenge. Digital platforms can be powerful tools for educating and inspiring consumers to make informed choices about fashion purchases. However, competing messages and fast-paced digital trends can make it difficult to maintain sustained interest in slower and conscious fashion practices. And lastly, ensuring inclusivity and accessibility in digital fashion initiatives is essential. Bridging the digital divide and ensuring that all communities have equitable access to digital platforms and sustainable fashion options will be crucial for fostering widespread adoption of environmental friendly practices. Overall, it will require foresight, collaboration, and a commitment to integrate sustainability into every facet of technological advancement, which is what we aim to do at the youth program.
Thanks, Maia. I think the greatest challenge is to slow it down. I think it's all moving so fast that we need to put the brake on and just see what we're doing. Thanks for your answer. Phil, please.
Yeah, I loved Maya's answer for sure. It covers almost everything. Yeah, slowing it down. I feel like an alternative is diverting our attention on our effort to other types of activity that takes a little longer to be done, basically, and it relates a lot with the bottlenecks I observe happening. It's mostly about pace, so speed. And while we are on the edge of technology, having a lot of new infrastructure put in place, of satellite access to high-speed internet and so on and so forth, to like how we say deep tech, like infrastructure, blockchain and all, there's a substantial part of the world that doesn't even have access to the basics that came before this most recent developments on technology. So to that sense, access is a major bottleneck for sure, and more than access, like infrastructure, equitability, if I could say like that, and all the things that are projections out of that, right? So that generates hard access to the same types of incentives, that generates hard competitiveness, or rather than competitiveness, capacity of collaboration and cooperation, in the sense of ecosystem and innovation ecosystem theory. So yeah, those are really the bottlenecks. But there is one that I feel like people are oftenly overlooking, which is the willingness of builders to build things that are for everyone, and not for the 1% of the world, or for that very specific niche of people that will probably make you make money, but don't really will have like an impact on your project. So those would be like the key bottlenecks I see happening now, and might be trends in the future.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's key to focus on people and the planet and how we're doing things more than the profit that we're making. Great point that you raised. Thank you for that. Alejandra.
I think that one of the main problems or main challenge is that disinformation and the way that we tell about especially the new generations what are the real world problems, and that sometimes we talk about these problems and like a perspective, like a catastrophe perspective, and maybe this create a sensation of hopeless, or when we want to motivate them for be change agents. So I think that we need to combat the disinformation that even they mention it in the common group. And I think that we need to make to the especially the young people to understand that even when they have these actions in their communities, they can have a bigger impact in the life. So I think that this is the principal challenge. If we want to create innovation, we need to understand the problems that we are facing and how we are going to create the solutions for these problems.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thank you. Thanks everyone for your answers. We're going to move on to our next question, that it will be, what challenges do you face in communicating your sustainability efforts in your own projects? Maia, please.
Yeah. Well, communicating sustainability efforts effectively in my projects represents several challenges that I actively navigate. First, creating engaging storytelling that resonates with diverse audiences, including those outside environmental circles. And as someone with a background in fashion styling and creative direction, I understand the importance of compelling narratives and visual communication in capturing attention and inspiring action. Secondly, making the information more clear and accessible to my audience so they can engage in those practices, meaning simplifying concepts without oversimplifying the gravity of the environmental issues requires thoughtful messaging and educational content. And thirdly, building and sustaining active participation in sustainability initiatives requires continuous effort, creativity, and collaboration, which is luckily what we're doing today. However, by fostering dialogue, transparency, and inclusivity in communication, I aim to inspire meaningful change and foster a collective commitment to environmental stewardship in my projects.
Thank you, Maia. That's great. Phil, please.
Thank you. Yeah, I would like to really commend Maia for the answers. Like, very good answers. Not really.
She's very on point. Yes.
Yes,
I
amazing.
give a thought to them.
Very complete and so well spoken.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Likewise.
And yeah, adding to what Maia said, it's exactly the same with our project with D-Trash, pretty much the same. I would say the biases from the actual communication systems kind of have been a challenge for us, a difficulty for us. As we observe, algorithms tend to favor like things that are like relative to like more dramatic stuff, or like violence, and there are some biases on the algorithms themselves, even in media, social media like LinkedIn, that I feel like harms projects like us in general and our own specifically. Um, so yeah, other than that, there is I would say our main thing today is that Maya said, of simplifying concepts so people can understand faster and in a more engaging way, and overcoming um, also misconceptions or preconceptions, since we are building on a technology that has been often related to yeah, to like unwanted activities such as blockchain. So we have to explain in a very, very simple way, an engaging way, diverting from that trip that people end up taking of, oh, something that uses blockchain is probably going to rob me, and and navigating through the algorithms in a way that we don't fall prey into really like showing only like animals dying out of plastic, which is uh, it is important to raise awareness, but it doesn't really helps to keep focusing on the size of the problem, and actually yeah, communicating a path that is maybe not like so emotionally dramatic, but equally important on its impact.
Yeah, totally agree. I think it's the biggest challenge, I think, communicating the right way and not in a very harsh way. I will say that it impacts too much and people don't want to take action because it's too much to solve. So yeah, I think that's the key to make it in a simple message. Thanks, Phil. Alejandra, please.
Thank you. I had seen in this project Technovation and in other education programs that the challenge communicating is when we talk about education, because we're going to see the results in so many years in the future. And sometimes people want to see that the solution is here. And if we start today, they want to see the results tomorrow. We work with girls from 8 years old, and sometimes it feels like why so young, because they don't going to choose a career right now, or they don't going to start or to make an startup today. But I think that it doesn't matter the public or the age of the public that we're working. I think that it's important to think that education like a safe way, because it maybe could take time to see the results, but it's a safe way because we need to give them to, in this case, to the girls, the tools to face the problems, the actual problems and the future problems. And they don't need solutions, they need the instruments to create that solution. So I think that is something that when we communicate our case, maybe it's a little that not so many people understand in that way, because they want that see the girls being hired by an IT company today, but it's something that is going to take time to see the results.
Definitely. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's the key, educating our future leaders that at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones taking on the problems that we are generating today. So yeah, very important. Okay, so they tell me we got 10 more minutes to finish the lab. So for our speakers, I'm going to go back to our third question, which is, how do your projects promote more sustainable consumption practices among younger generations? Which we've been speaking a little bit about it, but if you want to go deeper, we got a couple of minutes each to answer these questions. Thank you. So Maia.
Yeah, so as I was saying before, drawing from my expertise, I I utilize digital innovation to advocate for sustainable fashion practices among younger generations. Sorry, that's my dog who's coughing. I emphasize the importance of mindful consumption and promoting alternatives such as upcycling, secondhand shopping, and sustainable brands. And because of my skills in creative direction, I try to craft visually compelling narratives that highlight the beauty and sustainability, eco-friendly fashion choices. Um, Moreover, my experience in fashion production has taught me about supply chain transparency and the life cycle of clothing. So I incorporate this knowledge into my projects by educating youth about the environmental consequences of fast fashion and the benefits of opting for sustainable alternatives. So for digital platforms and engaging content, including visual storytelling and interactive campaigns, I aim to make sustainable fashion accessible and appealing to younger audiences. So by merging my passion for fashion and digital advocacy through the youth program, I aim to empower the next generation to make informed decisions and promote environmental sustainability within the fashion industry and beyond. So this project of youth shows the power of technology to educate and inspire younger individuals, ensuring that they all play a part in shifting and shaping a more sustainable future. So yes, that will be the practices we're trying to
Thank
apply.
you. I think it's taking each of us taking responsibility of our actions at the end of the day. So yeah, thanks, Maya. Phil.
Yeah, our practice, as I said in the beginning, it really relies or is built around us thinking where waste goes, really. So and making it a, a normal, common, everyday thing, um, for us to think about how much waste we are generating, where is it going, and because we've came to realize better later than ever that thinking about it has to do with our own sense of comfort and and at ultimate our survivability on the planet. So as it is, um, the idea behind it is practicing this, like raising awareness and education and connections, not through punishment, but rather through incentivization. So we've like our thesis is that uh, change through punishment has usually been proven very inefficient by humanity's experience. Change by incentives or incentivization actually has been proved uh, very efficient and not as tested, but very efficient. And that's why we strongly believe that rather than punishing what you people that are doing wrong things, which is also important for social living, like living together, obviously, right? But much more important it is for it to incentivize people taking their waste to sustainable treatment, people buying on secondhand shops and having sustainable fashion behaviors and consumption behaviors, and companies also uh, being actually incentivized to adopt a more transparent and more circular and more sustainable supply chains, basically.
Yeah, I think again taking responsibility and in this case we'll be using an app that it actually records, your good action that you're taking responsibility over your waste and taking it to the right place and doing the right thing for the planet and for the people living around you. So yeah, thanks, Phil. Alejandra, please.
Okay. In Interalia, we think that sustainability as a value for the technology. So we want that girls could be conscious about the impact of their actions. And when we invited them to address a problem, we had this phase of the program where they made a research about the community that they want to help, because this could this develop a sensibility about the problem that they are working on, and because we want that they have ethical fundamentals to work with technology. And the program lasts 12 weeks, but after that they conclude the program, they have this compromise in their community, and they know how to use the technology to solve these problems. And even if they don't choose a engineering career, they can know the technology it's an important tool, and they can make easier to take actions for the things that they don't like, or they see, or they can identify that could change and that can be different. So that's the way that we work with these girls, and I think that it's approachment is very important for them, and sometimes very significant for this sense of sustainability.
That's great. Thanks, Alejandra. Okay, I think we got a couple of minutes. I'm going to put you guys on the spot and do a little change around. We got one more question that we can probably answer. If you guys could answer it with just a phrase or a couple of words. And the question is, what motivated you to focus on your experience in digital innovation on your project related to sustainability? So if you could say what motivated you in maybe 2-3 words or a sentence, what it will be. Maia, sorry to put you on the spot, guys.
Oh, no, that's okay. So coming from the youth program, I'll say it has provided me a platform where I can collaborate with like-minded peers and share this commitment in environmental subjects. I'll say that's the biggest motivation in finding my tribe somehow, you may say, and it has really reinforced my belief in the power of digital platforms to amplify and raise awareness.
Awesome. Thanks, Maia. Phil.
Well, mine is the dream of a world free of waste and nature. Like, yeah, that's what motivates me.
Alejandra?
My motivation is to empower women to be part of the innovation, because actually only the 30% of people in STEM are women. So I want more girls think that they can be leaders in technology and create this change from the perspective of a woman, because it's something very necessary.
Yeah, that's great. I believe as well. Thank you so much sorry I put you on the spot. Great answers. I think it's been a great lab. It's been a great honor to listen to you and to have this conversation. I think if it's something that we take away from this conversation is collaboration. I think it's a word that we said it a lot. I think it's key to find solutions and to collaborate between us to actually work on that we all believe that we can have a better planet. We only have one planet. We only have so many years where we can take significant solutions, and I think it will be dumb from us to not rely on technology that today is so big, and so it's such a huge part of our lives. And it would be silly not to take advantage of that and use innovation in the technology space to actually find solutions and find innovative solutions that actually tackle the biggest problems that we have in nowadays. So they're telling me that we got 2 minutes until the lab closes. If anyone wants to, I will open the mic. If anyone wants to make a comment, I thank all the guests, everyone in the lab that participated. For me, it's been a great honor to be here and to moderate this talk. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. That was really good. It was really nice meeting you all as well. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you all.
Alejandra. Thanks, Maya. If anyone got any questions, we got probably 1 minute until they close the lab. You can pop it on the chat as well. Feel free to add us on LinkedIn, and we can keep these conversations going as well. It's great. It's been great to meet you all and to be part of this lab. So thanks so much.
Awesome. Yeah, just like something for what Alejandra was saying about genre and women. There is a very cool DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization called Her DAO, and are obviously only for women, and they are building amazing stuff there. So
that's awesome.
good to check out.
We'll check it out. Head out, it's called, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Her DAO.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We can return to the main session.
Bye, everyone.